Bowie Nation TV. We got the takeover, and we're going to go right into it because this was a critical game against the number one seeded Young Bulls. Game-winning touchdown, Byron Tiger to Terrell Hoosh Ward for the game winner, knocking the number one seed. And here it goes. That was the touchdown, and this is the actual touchdown. And it was called a touchdown. A lot of people say it wasn't.
There's a lot of controversy. I heard about that game.
It was a lot of controversy, but you know what? At the end of the day, the refs called a touchdown, and you know what? The takeover moved on,
They
man.
moved on, and they were pumped, and, you know, they were running around saying they took out the number one seed, and I would too, man, if I did that.
I would too. As you see right here, Byron Tiger up top to my man coming down.
Oh, my goodness.
Representing his squad against these Young Bulls. And you know, them Young Bulls, they weren't no joke, man. They came out 2-0. They scored the most points in the seeding game. They was going crazy, man.
A lot of talent on that team, man. It was a young team who was full of just young youth and just jumping all over like they were just jumping out the gym and everything. But the takeover showed that they had a little bit more wisdom and a little bit more put together than these guys, man, and they took them out.
You know what? Byron Tiger is so good to see him come back from a gruesome knee injury and taking his team as far as they went. You know, it's an interesting story. These guys started off the tournament 0-2. They lose to the Wolf Life. They lose to Hub City. And then they make a ton of noise in the playoffs. As you can see, the guy goes up and mosses Hub City's DB. These guys was full of talent, man. They were very explosive on offense. And look at the athleticism on that flip right there.
Remind me of Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. He used to always do that and then get ready for that sweet chin music.
That sweet chin music.
Just like they put on the Young Bulls.
Oh, man. Wow. I like what you just did there. You know, these guys, the defensive end, look at the effort by Bob Marley Jr. Bob Marley Jr. is just relentless, forcing an interception to your boy right there, man. And we're gonna see it again from a different angle. He beats the tackle around the corner. He falls on his face. He gets back up and he pursues. And you know what? Great things happen when you give a full effort, man.
Yeah, man. You know, sometimes you don't have to be the greatest player.
Look at him gigging.
You don't have to be the greatest player. You don't have to be the greatest athlete. All we want is effort. You give us 100%. You know, I'm taking that over all the time. And there goes another fumble of the word.
And I think, you know, I'm going to just keep helping you out, bro. You don't got to worry about it. You know, the defensive ends, back to the D-line. This is what made these guys. Look at that. Ace Pittman, he was all over the field getting sack after sack. He was after the quarterback. Yeah. And look, I mean, these guys put a ton of pressure and they gave the DB a lot of help. And getting picks like that by Mr. Hoosh, Terrell Ward.
You know, key players on that team, like you mentioned, Ace Pittman, the captain. I mean, this guy, he's been on countless of teams, but he's been a factor on every team he's been on. And, you know, bringing in Hoosh at that cornerback position and anything on offense, man, he brought some electricity to that team.
You know, the supporting cast, you can't call them a supporting cast because they're dynamite, man. These guys was out there. Look at that. I mean, it starts with the D-line. The DBs backs them up with the awesome coverage. These guys went deep into the playoffs, man. They end up upsetting the Young Bulls, number one seed. Look, I just got sacked right there by Bob Marley Jr. And you know what? They take the semifinals against Curry Bombers.
You know, like, man, these guys was just impressive, man. And
I got picked off again.
Damn, how many times they picked you off?
Well, I got picked off on a 2-point conversion, you know, and then this right here was actual trying to go for a touchdown. So this is a real interception right here.
Yeah, hey, these guys were out there, defense. Now these, I could say they were known for their defense. They lost a lot of close ones.
But you have to see this play. This is the best play of takeover, 9 knee knockers.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yes, we're going to see it from a different angle. This is what we call a knee knocker. Mr. Hoosh is running, gunning, and
oh my goodness.
Did you hear the clack of the knees? And look at the response of those watching. Slow it down for me, baby.
Zoop, zoop.
Clack, clizack,
Bring the stretcher
knocking.
out. Bring the stretcher out.
Gosh,
Top
this is
10
the
worthy.
takeover. DJ Khaled track playing. We will see you in 2019. Ace Pittman and the takeover.